Alright guys, this is Pablo from Supple Performance, and we got Coach Willie here, head coach of Riverbend CrossFit, and today we're going to talk about how to improve overhead position by increasing thoracic mobility. Alright, so first off we're going to have Willie put the dowel in the front rack position, and then I'm going to have him press the dowel overhead. So a lot of times we have people that have lack of shoulder flexion, and they have excessive lumbar extension due to the lack of thoracic mobility here, okay? That's not good. So today we're going to show you a couple movement options and how to address that thoracic mobility, again, so you can improve that overhead position, whether it be a push press, a jerk, or a snatch. So first off, what I'm going to have to do, Willie do is do a little foam rolling, okay? So we're going to take a foam roller. We're good. So the areas I want you to address is going to be the mid-back. So we're going to say from here to here. Alright, we don't want to go down here, we don't want to go up here around the neck either. Those are kind of more sensitive areas, and it's not what we're addressing. So I'm going to have Willie foam roll these areas right here. He's going to put his arms across his chest. He's going to do a couple passes. I'd say 10 to 15 passes up and down, 10 to 15 passes rotating. Again, this is going to kind of free up some of that sticky area on that thoracic spine. So that's step one. Step two is we're going to take this dowel. We're going to put it over our head like we're in the overhead position, and we're going to have him roll that way, okay? Willie does a really great job of keeping this rib flare down, but a lot of times you're going to see people dumping an extension. We want to stay away from that area, away from that movement. So we're going to keep his ribs down and tight, and still address that thoracic spine. So again, I'm going to have him do this 10 to 15 passes. That's step two. Step three is I'm going to have him remove the dowel, remove the foam roller, and we're going to do a movement that's going to increase thoracic rotation. So he's going to sit in a side position, sideline position. He's going to flex his knees up to about 90 degrees, like so. What this does is keeps the spine as neutral as possible. That way we're not twerking the mid-back or low back. He's going to reach slightly right here, and then he's just going to open up like he's turning the page. So he's going to go as far as he can without those knees coming up. As soon as those knees come up, he's going to start back over. Each time he's going to reach slightly, get a little bit of that lat engagement, and then he's going to turn the page again. So here I recommend you do about 15 times on each side. So he's going to do 15 times on this side, 15 times on that side, and then we're going to move on. So that's step three. Step four is we're going to go across over here to this wall. So I'm going to have him get a 90-90 position, also known as a dead bug position. His feet are going to be up against the wall. He's going to take this foam roller and squeeze it between his legs. That kind of creates a pseudo stability, keeps his core engaged. And all we're going to do is we're going to just flex his hands over his head. So right now what we're doing is we're remapping this shoulder flexion we just gave him. So we worked on all that mobility over there, and now we're going to show him how to use his shoulder flexion without lumbar extension. So again, this foam roller keeps a sense of stability in his midline. That way he's not excessively extending in the lumbar spine, and he's remapping his shoulder flexion. This, I want people to do around 50 times. It's going to take a lot of motion to kind of train your brain the pattern that we want. So I'd say 50 times for this. And then we're going to have him stand up, and we're just going to retest the motion, all right? So we're going to take this dowel again. We're going to put him in that front rack position, and we're going to press over. And as you can see, he's got much more shoulder flexion already. His arms are behind his ear, and his ribs are nice and tight, and he's not dumping an extension in the lumbar spine. All right, guys, until next time.